All right, everybody, what's up? Canuck here, and welcome to another episode of our Vancouver Mounties here in the Canadian Baseball League. We left off last time getting through to the trade deadline. We didn't do a ton, but again, it's been really hard to make any deals right now in this league with just no money available right now. But I have kind of been looking a little bit closer at revenue and all this. I mean, it looks like player expenses are going to be significantly cheaper for us next year. It's down, drops from 36 million down to 22 million. I'm actually just curious as to why. Are we losing a lot of guys? I mean, we are losing a couple, like actually quite a few free agents where we are losing. Half a million here, a million there. So I can see that, but I mean, we're going to have to fill the team back up with players. So we may have to look at going a little bit cheaper just to save some money. But we kind of have a core signed. I don't want those guys to burn through their deals at nothing. But yeah, it's going to be tricky. The finances still concern me a little bit in this save, but we're going to keep pushing through, and we might have to make some adjustments to all the teams just to, make sure there's a little bit more player movement, and some teams actually have some money to do things. And we did kind of screw up the draft budget. We definitely didn't have enough money in the draft budget, so we missed out on a good chunk. Well, a couple really good players, unfortunately. Yeah, like these guys, well, they could have been good players, but unfortunately we didn't get to sign them. So, um, we do have, some guys sitting here in Laval ready to, I'm hoping they're going to be strong. This guy looks pretty good. Roger Gonzalez. Yeah, he could be pretty good. I mean, we're slowly building up the farm here, but we do have a ways to go because there's a lot of raw teenage prospects here. Although Roger's 21. He was our second round draft pick this year, and he's been playing pretty good. Anyway, we're not too concerned about the minor league team right now. We are more focused in on our major league ball club and where we are sitting heading into August. We're going to kind of sim through the second half of the season pretty quickly. As you can see, we are at 59 and 45. Very similar to last year. Offense isn't much of a problem as we are top three kind of in the league or in the Western League. But defensive efficiency does still remain a very large issue. Our pitching's okay, but we do sit 10 games back of the Calgary Bone Pilers, who are having a heck of a season. They're leading in almost every category. So it's really going to come down to, are we going to get a spot, a wild card spot? So that's all that's left, and it really looks like nobody in the Prairie Division is going to be challenging unless someone makes a really late run. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be Edmonton, us, and Victoria probably going to be the three teams that are going to be battling it out for two spots. So we currently hold on to the second spot. Victoria just a half a game back, so that's going to ignite the rivalry even more. Close race here in the Atlantic. It looks like Charlottetown a game and a half up on Fredericton, so that'll be close. That'll be interesting to watch. Windsor's looking pretty strong. They're having a heck of a run there at 8-2, but yeah, should be interesting to see how things shake out. I can't remember if last episode we ran through how everyone's doing, but I don't think we did. So we're gonna do that. We'll start with George Bulger, who has had some injury issues this year. Just trying to remind myself here. He's had quite a few injury issues. I thought he had more than this. Oh, here. I'm looking at bottom. Yeah, he's had a fractured finger, bone bruise. Yeah, so he's been struggling a little bit injury-wise, but in 44 games, yeah, definitely that injury is affecting his performance, it seems. Just turn on a light here. There we go. Now you can see me. Manny Munoz, who's come in as a pretty solid second baseman, and he's above league average hitting wise, hitting 320, 5 home runs, 52 RBIs. He is contributing not too bad. Fred Mills had a slow start. He has definitely picked it up. He's still not quite at his rate of last year, but he is hitting 285, 23 home runs, 55 ribbies, 152 OPS plus. But yeah, all his numbers are definitely down from last year. Mike Pottle in the cleanup spot. He has been luckily very healthy and contributing quite nicely. 19 home runs, 64 RBI, 120 OPS plus, 2.2 wins above replacement. Mike Cross is he's okay. He's hitting 250. He's a little bit below league average right now, but he's hitting some home runs. He got 15 already on the season, 62 RBI. Not too bad. Troy Murray is our DH. Fairly new. He's only played 47 games for us, but 114 OPS plus right now. 8 home runs, 20 RBI. He's got a little bit of pop and a little bit of room to grow too still. Mike Talbot, our catcher. Mike has also been, again, pretty good. Another guy with 15 home runs already on the season, 112 OPS. Scott McPherson, again, a guy who seems to struggle at the plate. His average is definitely up this year, which is nice. So, not terrible numbers for the number 8 hitter. We'll take it. And then at third base, I think we have an injury. Is that the reason why we have this guy in? I'm trying to remember. It's been a little while since I have played this save. Yeah, Doug Reeder is out. I forgot about that. Yeah, he had a strained hamstring. He was having a great season. So, unfortunately, we got a relatively new guy here in Kai Jen Kang. Not a great hitter. Really good defensive guy. And he's got some nice stealing stuff as well. So, he hasn't stolen a base yet. Let's see if we can make his. Actually, we don't really have the. Oh, right, we're not setting the strategy right now. We've got the CPU doing that. So let's just let the CPU continue to do things. We'll take things over around the playoffs. So, okay, and then our bench guys. We have this new guy that's come in, Ron Zink. Ron Zink. Looks like he's just showed up. I don't think he's played a game yet. Jason Osmond, same kind of thing, hasn't done much. So a little bit of change around, especially on the bench, but not much here. Bobby Yoder, we got in a trade. Oh yeah, we made this trade right at the end of, I don't know where it went, but here. Let's trade here. Can I see the trade log? Oh yeah, right here. Can't even remember this trade. Oh, it wasn't that one. This one. All right, Bobby Yoder and oh yeah, I felt like we kind of meh that trade. I think it was mostly for this guy, John Cuff, who's actually suspended right now. Awesome. Okay, pitching. Hamry continuing to be solid. Actually having an improvement over last season, 13-6, 3.6 ERA. ERA plus of 127. Willie Sanchez, not quite performing to the level he did in Edmonton. So this is a bit of a disappointment considering we did sign him to a fairly big deal. So yeah, that's kind of disappointment. Kasiyashi, he's been definitely the bright spot in the rotation. A 12-6 record, ERA under 4. We're pretty happy with him. Van Coller's been kind of just a scrappy 4 or 5 starter who's getting some results, mixed results for us. And Jim Riley is in, hasn't played too much, only about 7 games, but we've had a few issues with pitching. Yeah, we lost Bill Brain for another 5 weeks, so he should actually be back soon to play out the end of the season. And the bullpen, Matsumoto remains really strong. Oh, good. His morale is great now. I think we were having some issues with his morale not being good. So Although he still is unhappy with his performance. I don't know why. He's playing fantastic. Anik, who kind of moved into the bullpen early in the year, has been struggling. Diego, this is the guy we just traded for. Argument is so we got a little bit of help in the bullpen. So we'll see how that works out. So, like I said, we're gonna kind of sim through kind of week by week here and see how she goes. We do fall down a little bit. Don't get any compensation picks, which is a bummer. Just checking out any waiver guys. Nothing really. All right, so we continue to be in a dogfight here. We are beating Regina right now, which is good to see. Did we sweep them? Wow. 4-game sweep against the leaders of the Prairie Division. We'll take that. And now we got to go up against, I want to see these games. Calgary. They're just so good. Loss. Oh, 2-0 win. So, yeah, they're too good. They're going to be absolutely dominant. Okay. We'll move through here again. We're on a pretty good run, but we are in, like I said, wow. Us, Edmonton, Victoria continues to be very, very close. We'll work our way through here. Okay. We had a nice little streak there. Looks like Victoria slipped. So now we're actually tied with Edmonton. We do not want that second spot. We would like to play. It looks like it's going to be Regina in the playoffs. So it looks like the first wildcard spot will play Regina because they definitely don't have as good a record as Calgary. I don't think anyone wants to run into the buzzsaw that are the bone pilers right now. I think we match up a lot better against Regina, although that would be a tough series too. But there are lots of games left, and we are currently tied with the Mercuries right now, the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year. Okay, Castro is good to come back, which is nice. Now how was he playing? He was playing pretty good. Okay, because Munoz is still going to be starting. Who else we got here? Osmond. Yeah, he's been actually pretty good off the bench. Although, not a lot to look at, though. We're going to send Osmond down. We'll bring Castro up. And we'll let our bench coach sort that out. Okay, I'm just going to add a couple of these guys to my top prospects list. Cuff as well. We got a lot of kind of high-end guys here. Garth Paul. Sure who he is, but I think the CPU drafted him. But yeah, we don't have a lot of potential sitting in AAA, which is kind of just we got a lot of kind of just average guys that are ready to move up into a depth role, but we don't have anyone in the farm that's like ready to go. Although it's early, right? So okay, we've got a huge series here against Edmonton. Let's just kind of play it through. We lose, and we lose again, and we actually drop down to now we're out of a playoff spot. So it's crazy how quickly things can move here. So we'll play to the end of the month. As the slip, 29-game save streak by Matsumoto looks like it gets snapped. Okay. We get a little roster expansion up to 28 players. I am just gonna let the CPU do that. I want to see what they did. Keeps everyone pretty much intact. Burho moves back into starting role. Van Collar moves out. Is there a reason why they did that? We just had a really He's been really good as of late. But whatever, throw him into the long relief. I want to see comparatively, though, to Burrow. Why would you do this? Why would we do this? Hold on. He only has 40 stamina at event. Yeah, that's not happening. Sorry, man. We're going to do that still. Put up the bullpen. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we now find ourselves 2.5 out. What has happened? We're improving. Is Victoria just on a heater? Oh yeah. Oh my. No wonder. No wonder. Edmonton and Victoria are both 9-1, and we're 5-5. So I mean, we could be playing a lot better, clearly, but yikes. Moose Jaw already at 42-90. Hasn't even started September. Well, we're starting September now. They are already gone. Wow. Calgary just on an absolute tear. So is Charlottetown. Hey. All right, we'll do week at a time here. See if we can crawl back into this. Bill Brain is back, which I like, because he was playing pretty well. Oh yeah, he was playing very well. Wondering if I give him some rehab time, maybe for just like a week. Give him a couple rehab starts and then throw him in, because we kind of need him. Well, now we definitely need him. Okay, it's just a day-to-day. 2 weeks. Okay, we gotta do something here. Okay, I think it'll probably just be Jim Riley we send down. He's just been kind of meh. So we will demote him. We will bring up Bill Brain. I'm not even sure he got a start, but that's fine. Throw Brain into the 5 slot for right now. Did he get a start? No, he didn't even get a start. Whatever. That's fine. We need you. We need you. All right. So we can 3.5 back. Wow. Edmonton and Victoria is like this division is insanity. We might miss the playoffs at 79-58, where we would have won the Prairie division. Wow. Wow. That's going to be really unfortunate if we actually end up missing the playoffs. But let's see. Okay, we're closing the gap. We are closing the gap, although now we got to go play Regina. We might do game by game here. Okay. Brain another day-to-day, but that's okay. We're going to keep him in. We lose again to Regina. God, that is not good. We get swept. And now we're down to 3 games back. Ooh, boy. Okay. Thunder Bay, we need wins. There's a win. A greeter is... God, we need him back. Got Crockett. Yeah, I would love to restart re-signing people, but... I don't know. Well, we're gonna have to see how the finances all settle here. All right, let's keep going here. No. Mike Cross strained hamstring. I mean, he's not playing that well, but don't have much of a replacement, so he's done for the year. Who do we have? I mean, I guess Troy Murray will slot in at left field, and then we need kind of a DH. Alas plays a little bit of everything, so we're probably going to call him up again. We'll promote him. Just want to see it. He does. Yeah, so he puts Troy Murray in left, Castro DH. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We win 10-9. We're 2 games out of a playoff spot. How does this rest of the schedule stack up? Do we have... We need some head-to-heads against these guys to make things interesting. Oh, wow. Right at the end of the season, too. Oh, my goodness. Could that be any more perfect? We get 2 games against Edmonton, and we get 3 against Victoria. Wow. Well, we still got to play Calgary. Then we play the Cellar Dwellers, Yukon. Ooh, this is a big stretch here. Can we check in on Pennant Chase here? Let's take a look. So right now we're at a 15.4% chance of making the playoffs. I have a pretty high, the highest of all of the teams for average winning percentage. And 6 home, 7 away. We are definitely in an uphill battle. All right, and that doesn't help. We get a loss against Thunder Bay. This is a huge series against Calgary, who's 98-52. We lose 13-5, 11-4, and oh my! We just gave up double digits in every game when we needed pitching. We absolutely fall apart. That sucks. All right. Well, now we're screwed. We're 5.5 back. I don't see how we're gonna make it. Let's try to get every dollar out of these guys. Looks like we're selling out like crazy. Curious what other teams are charging. Bet we could crank it up a little bit more, like maybe another $1 for the last few home games of the season. Doesn't look like the playoffs are happening now. Doesn't look like the playoffs are happening. Yukon, yeah, we can't even beat the Yukon. We are probably right up against it now. Win to stay alive. Win to stay alive. Doug Reeder comes in. Let's do it, man. Set it up. Let's go. So what's the situation? I mean, we got 5 games left. We have to like win out, and Edmonton has to lose out, basically, right? Yeah, 99.9, 99.9. I don't think we're even in it yet. I guess we're mathematically still in it. And we lose. Victoria gets in. So now we're fighting against Edmonton. I mean, it doesn't really matter here. You get the win. Edmonton loses. No, we're out of games. We have 4 games left. There it is. We're out now. No! An 89-70 record. Loss, win, and another win to end the season. Disappointing. Disappointing season. Well, actually not a disappointing season. 91-71, and we missed the playoffs. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Wow. I mean, 91. I mean, Regina finished with 95. We definitely stumbled down the stretch, unfortunately. 91-71 just was not good enough. The defense is still awful. Calgary at 108-54. So it looks like Calgary will play Edmonton, I believe. Victoria is going to go up against Regina. Absolutely terrible Prairie division here. 2 teams lost 100 games in that division. Wow. And then over in the Metropolitan, Windsor and Ottawa tied. So are they going to a game 163? I can't remember if I have that setting on or not. Oh no. Oh yeah, looks like there is. There's two game 163s here. Because yeah, Fredericton and Charlottetown tied as well. Wow. Wow. Look how close that was. And oh my goodness, Montreal Canadiens suffer the same fate as us, 91 and 71, and they go down. Wow, 200 win teams going at it here. Damn, some close races. All right, there it is. It gets settled. Charlottetown gets it. Windsor gets it. So, playoff tree. Edmonton plays Calgary. Victoria plays Regina. Ottawa, the defending champs, go up against Charlottetown, and Fredericton versus Whistler. So, we'll finish off the first playoff round. And Calgary wins in 5. Regina wins in 5. Ottawa wins. And Windsor. So Ottawa, Windsor, Calgary, Regina here in the league championship. Regina with the sweep. Wow, Regina with the sweep of Calgary. That is big. Calgary falls apart after a 108 win season. They can't. Oh, ouch. And Windsor gets it over Ottawa. So there will be a brand new champion in the Canadian Series. Will it be Regina or will it be Windsor? It is the Windsor Whistlers are your 2006 Canadian Baseball League champions. Well, before we get into the next season, looks like we've got to hire a few people. I guess I should have paid attention to that. I probably could have signed some personnel, but whatever. Okay. Let's take a look. So how did we finish as a team? We definitely struggled with the pitching down the stretch. Yeah, we see a little bit ballooning here. Hamry had a good 20-win season. Led the league in games started. He was really good. Willie Sanchez also started 34 games. He was good. He wasn't great. Like, very good, but not great. Kasiashi, he was a pleasant surprise in the number 3 spot. He held his own. He is a free agent at the end of the year. I'm not sure we're going to have the juice to re-sign him, unfortunately. He had a pretty good season. So he may be leaving us. Bill Brain, same kind of thing. If we can get him on the cheap, might be nice to get him back. But again, we can't sign anyone to extensions. We got to let them all go to free agency. And Van Collar, he was not great. Matsumoto had a great season. He actually led the league in saves. So he may win reliever of the year. Adeno was definitely below where he played. We got him another 2 years. Enick, definitely a step down. He's making a lot and is a free agent at the end of the year, so that's probably going to be it for Julian. Argumanis, again, another free agent. We're going to be losing a lot of players here, so. I was actually curious. Did some of those free agents just sit? They must have sat the whole year. Yep, these guys sat all year in free agency because no one could afford them. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're going to see how that actually shakes out. Okay, let's take a quick look here. Bulger had a struggling, injury-riddled season. That was definitely a bummer. Pottle, he was okay, but again, definitely a step down. How did Fred Mills finish? good. 29 home runs. I mean, significantly lower in everything. Reeder came back, unfortunately, too little too late, but he was one of the guys that had a better season than he did last year. Roy Murray got into 95 games this year. He was okay. Jose Castro came back off injury, was below average. Munoz, not great. Talbot, decent. McPherson, meh. Okay. I'm a little worried here. Okay, so we got things to do. We've got personnel we've got to sign. A lot of personnel we have to sign, actually. Personnel. Yeah, pretty much the entire pitching and hitting coaches for our minor league teams. So we'll have to look into that. That's not a huge rush, but we'll got to get to that in the off season at some point. Okay, so let's move into the off season. And we go to salary arbitration first. Now I'm just taking a look at where our money stands. So we have money now. We have $7 million as we head into 2007, it looks like. Okay, so we've got a little bit of money, but we are losing a lot of players, so that's probably where the money's coming from. Why is my ticket price $19.02? So again, I'm just looking at teams. They are cranking up their ticket prices yet again, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go $23.50. Pretty big bump, but we'll see if they come. We'll see if they come. Also, draft expenditures. That's another thing I need to look at because we did not spend enough in the draft. Draft budget $2 million. That's not enough. Although Calgary is only 2.6, then Halifax is 7.9, Moncton 6.5. These teams are all over the place. 3.9. It's like where do you put that number? Let's go 5 million. And our international free agent budget, we also need to make too. Maybe this is like 1.5. But what does that do to my finances? That knocks them way down. Okay, well, we can play around with it a little bit, but okay, let's start with arbitration here. I'm just worried about money a lot. Mike Talbot wants $6 million. Is that how much? We got to change some financial options. I just don't see this being. We're just gonna have more and more big guys sitting in free agency because teams aren't gonna be able to afford them. So there has to be a way. To change this. I'm worried about hitting assigned fictional financials to teams. So what if I just bumped everything up like 10%? Because then that does it to player financials too. I think we were in like, what if we set it to like 1996 numbers? Sounds automatically. Yes. Hope I don't screw this up. Hope I have not screwed this up. Now we have even less money. Now we have even less money. And now where's Talbot? There's Talbot. Where did everyone go? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I hope I just didn't bork this save. Ticket prices are now way down again. And what are these guys demanding? Okay, these numbers went way down. So somehow I need to increase team revenue without. I really should be doing this off stream, but it's driving me nuts. Assign fictional financials to teams. This will reset all team financials and set them to calculated fictional values based on payroll. Maybe that's what I want. Let's see now. Yeah, I mean, gives me a $45 million budget. That better? Oh, okay, now team scouting budgets are like way lower. Oh, okay. Okay, this might have worked. I just want to see free agents. They went down. Okay. And what are we at? Okay, ticket prices are down to like $13 now. We're supposed to get 103% change in season tickets. What? Okay. Okay, so now everything is way lower. So now I just want to compare scouting budgets. 210K, 430K. Okay. 220. So this is way too much. Let's just go like 390. In development, like 400. And then my player development, this is like way too high. This should be like 320. So now we should have some money. Now we got money. Kind of like a lot of other teams. Okay. Wow, look at that. What are we? All right, we're improving. That's good. The fan interest is definitely improving a lot. Okay. That may have helped. That may have helped. So now we've got some players with some, I think, new. Did the contracts remain the same? I think so. What does the P stand for? Player option. Okay. And what does the O stand for? Player holds opt out. Okay, I see. I see. Oh, these all got changed around a little bit. So it looks like I had maybe fictional financials and then they kind of gave people new contracts. Okay. So let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it. We got a lot of pending free agents. I mean, what does this will be a good. Like, what do you want for a contract extension? I mean, that's relatively fair. 850 for someone like Bill Brain. Okay, good. Okay, so Mike Talbot wants 6 million. That's a significant increase, but he is a very good catcher. It's like, what will other catchers demand? That's what I'm curious about. Because this guy now wants almost nothing. 4.9. Man, I can fucking sign him right now. Do I? Alistair Belong? I mean, everyone should have money to sign him. Just looking, do we like a catcher like Daniel Reeder, a free agent, who would definitely be significantly cheaper? Okay, so maybe this is a little bit odd, but this may have. Okay, so we're gonna do this. The Talbot's asking way too much. If we lose that, like, I'm not paying him 6 million. Doesn't look like that changed, so we're gonna withdraw that offer. Sorry. Zinc or whatever. He's not really worth keeping around. We have too many of those guys. I'd maybe look at re-signing this guy just because he's a good glue guy, or if he just plays a little bit of everything, he's a solid bench guy. And Danny Olegi, 27-year-old. Yeah, okay, I'll do that too. All right, we got a lot of guys on free agency. What would Kasiyashi want? Okay, that is definitely cheap. I think I've sorted this out. Emery's a free agent. I thought I had him locked up. But again, they may have just made some other fictional financials here. So I would like. So he was making 3.2. Now he wants 4.6, which is not. I'm not going to give him 4.6. I'd give him like 4.1 for 4 years. I mean, he's old. And I'd maybe go down to like a 3-year deal. See if he'd want that. Yeah, okay. I'll submit that offer. He's still decent for a few more years. And again, we're doing okay for money. Although that just ate up about half of it. I would like to get Kasiyashi back on the cheap too. Considering how well he played. I mean, I'll give him that. Straight up. I will give him that straight up. Castro, what does Castro want? 1.8. We might have to part ways. He didn't play very well. He's not really worth that. Bill Brain was, and I would like to improve the pitching, but in terms of pitching staffs, we got Sanchez. We're gonna lock up those guys. We could find a cheaper, probably 4 or 5 guy. So we're not gonna bother there. Burho was good. I may look at extending him. I don't know about 800. I don't know. Let's go 2 years at That's 3 years at 760. How about 660? All right, we'll do that. Who else? Right. I don't know. He was good too. I mean, I want to keep the decent arms in the bullpen, so I would look at this too. That's a lot. Well, this is my extension budget. Oh, I guess this is my extension budget. Very confusing. Let's see if we can get him to like 3 years, 1 million. Yeah, okay. Okay. And anyone else I'm interested in a re-sign here? Enick, no. 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 Okay. So we'll do that. Okay, Mike Cross is going to be good in a week. Making sure that no one's getting moved around, and looks like it's all minor league deals right now. Luigi Piper. Great name. Luigi Piper. Okay. Need to see. Okay, so signed. Where are we sitting now? Okay, we got a little bit of money. Just want to see how we're doing compared to some other teams. We got a $60 million budget. I mean, yeah, they played well, so $60 million budget. $40 million budget. We have a $45 million budget. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Looking at financials here. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm comparable to other teams and not like way out to lunch. Okay, we actually get some great glove awards. Surprisingly, Fred Mills wins it at first base. Really? Okay. And Mike Cross wins it in left field. Yeah, his zone rating was very good. Okay. So despite us having kind of crappy defense, Fred Mills is a 60. Cross is a 70 left fielder, so okay. Reliever of the year? Did Cassiashi got 2 votes? But it's Claude Carlucci. Got it done. He played 78 games. Like a lot. Okay. No problem. No problem. Do we win any Platinum Stick Awards? Talbot wins one at catcher. Well, you're not my catcher anymore. This guy continues to dominate. How many home runs did he hit this time? He led the league in home runs again with 51. He led the league in strikeouts too. Ludovic Faure. Definitely said that wrong. Cam Pitts. Heard of him before. Edmonton is strong. Paul Wiseman, he's really good. Very good. He's locked up for a frickin' forever. What? 20 million? Huh? How is Fredericton going to afford that? What? That's wild. Okay, well, we're going to have to keep an eye on that because that is an insane extension. I'm not sure if they did that extension when oh boy, I don't know what's going to happen there. 20 million. What's the highest paid guy? Player rankings, finances report. Fredericton has a $61 million payroll. How are they affording that? They're not. They're not. Oh my word. They have locked a lot of guys up to big deals too. That's an insane deal. I don't know how they're going to afford that. And their budget's going to go down. He's going to be half their budget. Interesting. What's our budget going to do? Hers is going to drop again too. Ruh-roh. Maybe we haven't figured out the finances yet. Okay. All right, so did we win any platinum stick? Talbot did, but that was it. All right. Emery signs a contract. We like that. Okay. Emery's there. Yeah, okay. All right. We can activate Mike Cross. Let's just set up the organization here. Where are we down to so few players? Just constantly comparing it to other teams right now. Okay, manager of the year. It definitely won't be our guy. Yeah, Calgary guy. Okay. Constantly eyeing our money. I mean, we will get a little bit of money back with some salaries leaving, although not a lot. Castro will leave. These guys are now locked up to deals. I think they just made new. What a mess. Okay. All right. Well, we're really gonna have to take a look at the team here. Pitcher of the year won't be us. Wiseman gets the nod again. So back to back for him, the guy that's going to be making $20 million soon, which is crazy. There's some studs out there in the Atlantic League, absolute studs. Gillingham, he goes, does he go back to back? No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he plays for a bottom feeder, but looks like he's on, he's a free agent. He's going to want money. He is going to want money. All right, let's go to arbitration. What happens? 778. Wow, both got player. Okay. Okay. All right, free agency filings. Now we get to see. Oh, shoot. I have not been doing anything with the international free agents or the international amateurs. How do I find that? Always forget this. This is a new thing. Player development. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. So it looks like we can invite some people here. 2 of 10. I don't know how I invited those guys, but not really much here, but I'll invite a couple more. Invite him. I'll invite him. And when's international scouting? International for February. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot. I might be able to get this guy, this Javi Rosas guy, maybe. With a strong relationship. Okay, so where does money stand? We have 7 million to play with. Okay. 7 million to play with. And where are our holes? Well, we don't have a bullpen. Really at all. Our pitching's okay. And actually, our lineup is essentially intact. And I mean, I haven't been, well, actually, a catcher. Catcher would be someone we'd probably go after. But I'm kind of okay with the rest. Maybe a hitter, and we need arms in the bullpen. So that's actually that's we can handle that, I think. It just depends what these guys are asking for. Okay, those are more reasonable. I mean, we could sign that big home run hitter. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. It'll also be interesting to see who has money. Calgary's got 6 million. Cape Breton's got 6. Okay, so there's no one. Medicine Hat's got like nothing. Halifax has got some money to play with. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. All right. Well, I think maybe this is a good spot to end the video. Free agency. We did a lot of playing around with finances, but I'm hoping we got it to a point where it's decent. So hopefully that's the case. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And next episode, we'll take on free agency. All right. See you later.